Welcome back, YouTube. So in today's video, I'm continuing the psychology series here just because we have some unique opportunities that are presenting themselves. I have one of the titans, one of the behemoths of the stock market here on the chart, and that is Apple. And I'm going to use this as a prime example of when to buy and just the psychology factor that we deal with on the other side of fear of missing out, which is technically picking the absolute wrong times to actually invest. So technically, when we start seeing these breakdowns here, and even in the macro side, and saying that, hey, look, we're headed toward a recession, a bear market, we are looking at 20% confirmations of all the way around NASDAQ, S&P 500, just an absolute bloodbath in the markets. And typically, this is when people become really reserved or they become really scared and say, hey, how do I know when the bottom is and things like that. But when you start seeing these titans fall beneath their 200-day moving average, this is just really an opportunity here to buy in and actually get a great entry into the price. Because technically speaking, yes, these are natural, these are actually healthy for markets to go forward. But when you buy in at these great prices, you don't typically have to worry about anything on the next bull run, on the next cycle. So when we see these breakdowns, yes, psychology is like, hey, saying you should be afraid, this thing is falling. How low is it going to go? You need to be anticipating, okay, what is the next 1 year, 2 year, 5 years look like? Because the only reason that people are afraid in this aspect, and again, it's just psychology, is saying, hey, what am I going to do? Am I going to lose money? Is you're saying this because technically you're being short-sighted with your investing. And if you need the money immediately, you shouldn't be investing it anyway, because in that case, you're looking for a quick flip and you're probably not doing the due diligence or leaving any room for any volatility. When you start seeing the titans of the market fall below their 200-day moving average, in this case, you don't know if you're looking at the chart here, the 200-day moving average is that red line. The yellow line is the 21-day moving average, and the purple line is the 72-day moving average. When you start seeing these extreme dips like this, these are unique buying opportunities. These are the buying opportunities that most investors, these price points, pray for at these price points. Apple was $1 trillion company. Apple will get there again. I was just talking about this in one of my private groups, that Apple is one of the few companies that has over $100 billion in cash. These behemoths here are going to probably start buying companies on the downtrend, just expanding and preparing themselves for when the economy turns around. But they have the cash available to withstand a bad market. A lot of these companies do not. These companies that are, at least that you see like the little rocket ship emojis next to and to the moon and crap like that, they do not have the cash to kind of weather that storm. So from a psychology standpoint and just looking at the mental state, yes, this looks bad. I know it looks bad. And the chances are it can be bad for a period of time. But these are the entries that you want to look at. You want to invest and kind of take things head on when you see there's blood, because when there's blood in the markets, there's opportunity in the markets. On the opposite side of FOMO, people are geared saying, oh my God, it's going up, I'm going to miss out. This is actually where the FOMO needs to take place. You need to be saying, oh my God, I'm going to miss out on these dips. Because psychology, you're saying that, oh, it's dipping. And typically you'll say a dip is, 5%, 2%, whatever, it goes down, it's a dip, and people typically are saying, okay, buy the dip, which dip? And you have to specify, okay, well, what kind of a dip is going to be a dip from my portfolio? Because, you're buying dips at, even if it's Apple here, I'm going to switch over to the chart here. If you say you're buying the dip from here, this is a dip, this is a dip, 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 dip. So which dip are you buying? Are you buying all of them? Or are you saying, hey, look, if you're looking at the macros, you're saying, hey, we're due for a correction here. We're due for a consolidation. The macros suggest that there's going to be a pullback. So I'm going to start my dip buying at 20% or so. And then this is where you start getting those really, really great entries. Or 200-day moving average, especially here, you're saying, hey, look, this is not normal for Apple. Even zooming out, this is a great buying opportunity. And at that point, you start buying the dip. You're going to be able to accumulate more shares, because make no mistake, outside of jumping into these positions here on a downtrend, the biggest thing that you're doing here is giving yourself more leverage. Like, never mistake that. It's outside of entry and being in the red. And I know that from a psychology standpoint, that's like really bad, looking at red and seeing that minus sign there. But overall, you're giving yourself leverage because you're getting more for less. That is your multiplier on the opposite side. So when even if it's crypto, if it's coins, stocks, whatever, you're getting more for less. That is your multiplier. that is what's going to determine your overall profit. Yes, entry is important. I will never say that it doesn't matter where you enter. But on the opposite side of entry is going to be how many coins do you have? Because you can have the best entry in the world, but if you only have one, then what good is that going to do you? So this is why outside of picking your dips, making sure that when you do see these opportunities, that you're actually being able to pull the trigger, execute, and actually be aggressive to accumulate the amount of stocks here and the amount of crypto there at these price points, so that you can capitalize that on the opposite side of the market here, which is going to be on the bull run. And typically, if you do a bear market properly, you're going to take care of yourself in the next bull run and even in the next bear market. Yes, we have corrections. Yes, we see 20, 30, 40% corrections, stuff like that. But typically, the bear markets do not overlap. Normally, you will have those step ups in the bear market and the bull cycle, bear market, bull cycle, and typically you're having these increments up. So if you do the right thing in the bear market, the bull market and even the next bear market typically take care of themselves. So that's something that you're going to have to keep an eye on and make sure that you're positioning yourself. It's like the old analogy, eat the crust first. If you do the right thing now, the good times will take care of themselves. And typically when the market is expanding with retail and you have this unique opportunity here to expand your skills, you need to make sure that you have done your due diligence so that you're able to verify a lot of the information that you're getting so that you can expand your skills and capitalize on the ended markets. Speaking of expanded skills, we're now going to have a word from our sponsor today, which is Skillshare for this video. Skillshare is an online community that hosts thousands of classes where you can learn new skills, deepen your existing passions, or simply fall down a creative rabbit hole. They offer classes like finances, entrepreneurship, and even stock investing. And that's one of the reasons I'm bringing it up to you, because I think that most of the community can find this actually useful. I'm actually starting with Productivity for Creators by Thomas Frank because it's more so about me starting to build and get more organized through my productivity because of the growth that I'm seeing here on YouTube and like my actual investments that I have outside of YouTube. So it's just more so laying the groundwork so that I'm not being pulled in so many directions, and as I try to expand my investments, because typically that's what takes up most of my time. And I know a lot of you guys get on me about not uploading every day, so that I'm working to increase my productivity so that I can be more present on YouTube and balance my outside investments. The best thing about Skillshare is it's curated specifically for learning. There's no ads, so you're not going to see a break or in any of the classes that you take that are specific to your interests. So it's pretty much just going to be go from start to finish. Now, I wanted to provide exceptional value for you all. So the first 1,000 people that click the link in my bio, you actually get a free month of Skillshare to try out. And again, they have classes on just about everything. I know most of the people that watch my channel are geared toward finances, so you can certainly take classes on stock investing, finances, entrepreneurship, web development. Really, this pretty much, if you have an interest, it's almost guaranteed to be on Skillshare, and you can have access to that for 1 month just to try it out by using the link that I have in my bio. Feel free to check it out and let me know what you think. And before we get back to the video, I want to tell you that the first 1,000 people who use the unique URL code in the description or my name, David Mitchell Jr., I will place it pretty much on the screen right now. You will get 1 month free of Skillshare. Take advantage of the 1 month, see if you can learn something new or enhance your skills. Please let me know what you think about Skillshare. Let me know in the comments if you plan to utilize any of the deals that they have over there. In closing, I just want to say these are the dips that you build your wealth in. Do not be afraid of this market, because you also have to kind of space out the timing, because this isn't necessarily going to be a quick flip, but do take advantage of these prices. These prices are going to literally build your fortress around your portfolio. So these titans, Apple, Microsoft, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, all these things that you have these great opportunities on that actually have a future. Do not turn your back on these opportunities. I hope this video finds you well. If you're looking to support the channel for absolutely free, you can do that by becoming a subscriber. It's free. Just hit the subscribe button, share the video with a friend, like the video, and then boom, you have supported the channel. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Until next time.